And welcome back mga kaibigan. Good evening once again. I am Sphere.
And I'm Jay.
You're watching the Garena Premier League 2014 summer season laban sa pagitan ng Team Wargads at Team of Maki Esports. This is a very interesting match mga kaibigan. We have a new member from Maki Esports. Ang pangalan niya ay Big Brother. At gaya ng sinabi natin kanina, siya yung
Team
team owner
owner.
ng Maki Esports dito. So, take note, 41-year-old man in the field of esports. You never know what might happen dito, but Team Wargads have to do something sa possible na maging playstyle ng Team Maki Esports. We all know kung gaano ka-dominant ang Team Maki Esports sa mga previous matches nila. And hindi natin pwedeng malitin ang team from Taiwan.
I have to say, Maki Esports are very unfortunate this season. From the very start, they did qualify. They were able to beat some of the powerhouse like Taipei Assassins. Taipei Snipers. And coming into the GPL, they first lost their mid laner, the Guru Cat. Got two new members to replace him right before the start of the GPL season. And sadly, both those members were caught elo boosting, and because of that, they have been banned from playing competitive League of Legends games, including their primary accounts have been banned from League of Legends as well.
Ito talaga nakakatakot eh. Once na mahuli ka ng elo boosting dito, mahihirapan ka nang makabalik sa ating competitive scene. Anyway, let's proceed sa ating banning phase na. Laban sa pagitan ng Team Wargads at Maki Esports. We'll see what might happen dito. So far, for the first ban nito, Lee Sin and Kassadin for both teams. This is going to be very interesting match. Talagang gusto ko malaman kung paano maglaro si Big Brother for his team. So far ngayon, they banned out Kale, Jax as well for Maki Esports. They banned out a champion that could go for the top lane dito for team of Wargads, Kassadin for JLC, Jax for JLC as well. So I think nagkaroon sila ng konting research about JLC's playstyle.
Yeah.
Hindi ko makakalimutan yung Jax na merong Zephyr eh. After niyang bumuo ng Blade of Duality, kumuha siya ng Zephyr as his second item dito.
Yeah, and actually he went for two Doran's Blade, if I'm not mistaken, as his first two items. And there we go, last ban coming up from Wargads is the Twitch, so that the Lee Sin kill and Twitch ban from the Wargads side. And on the other side, we have the Maki Esports banning out Kassadin, Jax, and Rengar. Looks like Big Brother will be playing in the top lane against JLC. First pick coming out from Wargads is the Lucian. Very highly contested pick from most pro teams here in the C region, even internationally. And I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, there may be some nerfs being planned out for Lucian, so we'll have to see if that eventually does roll out.
Yes, Brom pick up for Team Maki Esports dito. This is going to be very dangerous for Team of Wargads. We all know kung gaano ka-effective si Brom in the bottom lane. Whoever their champion is going to be, if ever mapaliw na mapatrash man yan.
And they're getting actually a Yasuo. So
Yasuo as well. With those item pick up, champion pick up.
That's a very strong
knock up.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they pick up another, maybe a Lulu, or maybe even maybe a Malphite, the combination with so many knockups.
Wukong as well, sobrang dami.
There's so many options now for them, and like we've talked about before, knockup is an ability that you cannot stop. Once you're in the air, you're in the air. Unlike other skills like stunts and root, tenacity can help you lower the duration. And looks like Wargads will steal away the Lulu from Maki Esports.
Locking up Big Brother for Brom. Same with JK dito na kinuha si Yasuo. This is going to be very dangerous for Team Wargads dito. They have Lulu to compensate at least na meron silang shield and wild growth dito to surely survive ang possible na mangyaring damage output na magagaling from Maki Esports. What a pick mga kaibigan. Mordekaiser. This is the first time na makita natin si Mordekaiser in the competitive scene. Actually, this is dito sa ating GPL this season. But we'll see kung sino gagamit dito kay Mordekaiser. But knowing the lineup of Wargads dito, I think possible na ang kumuha ng I think there are some bug for Wargads.
Alright, so I think there's a bug coming from Wargads side. Yeah, so the game will have to
okay, something went wrong for the side of Wargads. I think nagkaroon ng bug sa kanilang possible ng runes siguro or some masteries change. I think something went wrong. Again, eto ang maganda eh. They have Mordekaiser for the lineup of Wargads dito. Though makikita natin na sa kanilang lineup dito, They have Mordekaiser for the top lane. Most probably, we have Lulu at that could go for the mid lane as well. And Lucian for the AD carry. Alam mo si Lucian, sobrang gaya na sinabi natin kanina, I think wala pa yatang laban in the GPL na hindi natin siya nakita. Halos lahat ng GPL matches, meron ditong Lucian. And Twitch, same with Twitch. So, after nating magkaroon ng rematch dito, let's go back at proceed sa ating banning phase, Wargods versus the Maki Esports.
Yeah, so Wargods was saying that they were trying to pick Morgana, but instead of Morgana going in, they ended up getting Mord got locked in instead of Morgana, so we'll have to...
so instead of going for Mordekaiser,
they were supposed to pick up Morgana, and for some reason it locked in already.
So, hindi pala sila mag-Mordekaiser dito. I thought, akala ko kukuha sila ng champion na unorthodox na naman once again for for JLC the top lane. But looking at the lineup, medyo hindi yata nila naayos yung kanilang pwesto. Stronger, nasa taas siya ngayon. Still with jungler. We have JLC for the top lane dito na nasa baba. Trevor still in the mid lane. We have Swes for the AD carry and Poisanity for the support role. And going against the Maki Esports, kailangan nilang pag-isipang mabuti kung paano nila masasecure yung kanilang objective dito, getting the turrets. Kasi alam natin lahat na yung playstyle ng Maki Esports. Though yung first game nila dito, sobrang dominated sila. I think against HQ yata yun, or TPA.
Pero against HQ.
HQ. But this time, sunod-sunod ng laban nila dito, sunod-sunod din yung panalo nila at sobrang lakas ng team Maki Esports. Unfortunately, very unfortunate for them, dalawang member nila ay naban dahil nga sa ating elo boosting. So, Big Brother have to play the game for Maki Esports. So, the top laner of the Maki Esports ay ang kanilang team owner. For your information lang sa lahat ng di nakakaalam. Anyway, looking at the picks of Maki Esports, they have Jarvan and Dr. Mundo. Wow! Very interesting. At very tacky champion in the top lane dito. And I think there's a high possibility that Big Brother would go for the 0-30-0 Masteries for Dr. Mundo. Since yun ang one of the most effective masteries for Dr. Mundo.
And I feel like he probably might even go for a split push strategy here. With Dr. Mundo here, teleport and flash will be available for him. And JLC going for the Trundle in the top lane, facing off with the Dr. Mundo. Of course, Mundo would have no problem in the laning phase. Of course, he has to be a little bit careful. But as the game progresses, JLC may have the upper hand once he completes his Blade of the Ruined King.
JLC, mga kaibigan, pick up itong si Trundle for, most probably for the top lane din. So I think for the lineup of Team Wargods dito, they have the top lane na si Trundle, we have the mid lane na si Trevor for Lulu, for the jungle na si Elise for Stronger. We have the we have the support role na si Swes, itong si Poisanity na kukunin si Morgana, and for the AD carry na si Lucian dito. But for the Maki Esports, we have Braum for the support, Yasuo for the mid lane, Jarvan for the jungle, Dr. Mundo for the top lane, and ang kanilang AD carry, possible na si Corki. Corki is very powerful, to be honest, sa LCS natin ngayon. It's quite surprising na hindi siya gaano napipili dito sa ating GPL.
Yeah,
but this time, Maki Esports pick it up. Corki for the AD carry.
Yeah, it would be nice to see, like I said, I was mentioning a while ago, the new item coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more Corkis, especially with that item out, giving him everything he needs. Mana, and life steal and damage at a very early level. It's a Vampire Scepter with a pickaxe is very easy to farm at the early game. Yes. And building that item would be very useful for AP heavy AD carries.
Okay, sa lahat ng mga summoners na nanonood ngayong gabi ito, after natin makita ang ating picking phase, let's proceed muna sa ating mga highlights. We'll be right back after a few minutes.
这可以飞身上去，一刀把巨石给砍。哇，这个无法避免的血量，看起来是有机会打死的，因为治愈，
变速上面露露领先非常多。
哇，拉灯笼，哇，后丢灯笼，前方代沟，在一个刷 R2受到非常沉重的打击。 双方快掉了，掉一个，掉了之后，装在双 buff 的阿迪向前一个女武。
没有交给
哇，这个大绝
吸到了非常多人，这一波 TPA 是有机会吗？可是坦度上、经济上面还是差距的非常大。Coco 魔被收掉以后 ，Ender 的血量还是非常的高，而且鲁鲁追击。
被定到，这边看起来是直接会死，而且哇，
也进场一次转3个，
漂亮的大绝，让大 C 是
再配上
直接被他单人收掉，哇！
这一波马里战队。
Dito kay Onji, nakuha niya, napakaganda pag-flash out, plus ginamit ang kanyang fire dito, so favor pa rin ng team ng Wargas dito.
That's right. Looks like right now Severe or Wargas Ochi should be able to push out the top lane. Boy trying to clear out some. Ang pag-push dito sa mid lane, going straight in for Pain and
Grabe si Trevor mga kaibigan. Trevor's on fire mga kaibigan. Hindi pala siya nasa fire. Nasa hangin siya mga kaibigan. It's a double kill for his champion. Getting the life of one champion man. Once again for Tino Minesti dito. And it's a 3 kill. Stronger mga kaibigan. Napakaganda pag-fight steal sa Dragon na yun. Ngunit nangyari ko kanyang buwan sa 2 members dito ng team IPT mga kaibigan. Grabe ang sustain na ginagawa dito. Flash out!
First damage from JLC. Jules using all the slow, but with a flash coming from JLC, picks up another kill on EXO. So I think it's JLC being back.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
we see here Wargods entering to the jungle of Maki Esports here in the red lizard area. 5-man strong here. They did not put any wards in their jungles except for one near their tri-bush here, but on the other side, Maki Esports have free roam of entering their jungle without them knowing.
Sorry sa naging problema kanina, medyo wala pala tayong mic. Anyway, 2-minute mark na mga kaibigan, almost 2-minute mark na. Wargods stealing the first red buff for Maki Esports. Same with Maki Esports invading the red buff of Wargods. And swap lane for Wargods dito, going for the top lane. They have Morgana and Lucian. And I think it's a body system. Both teams, Maki Esports and Wargods dito will go for the body system. Both the ADK, both the jungler and the solo laners for the top are going for the jungle camp. Meanwhile, walang champions dito ang nagde-defend ng mga first tier turrets. Wargods pushing the top lane as soon as possible sa laban na to. So if ever na makuha nila itong first tier turret kagad, they would have 1k gold advantage against the Maki Esports. But the problem here, kung paano nila masisigurado na kanilang objective ay masecure nila against the Maki Esports. We all know kung gaano kahirap ang ganitong klase ng strategy, the body system. That Spiderlings from Stronger dito helps them a lot. Tank 2 hits coming from the turret.
Yeah, so Wargods using this strategy once again. It's been a while. They did use this previously but unsuccessfully converted to anything for real here. Here, Dreamer looks like he will plan to go back. Wargods never going one-on-one with Ender here. Ender going down really low. Using the health picks on Lulu's mid, putting it on the minion, allowing her to then go over the wind wall of Yasuo and still being able to provide a lot of damage. Now, Wargods continuing to push.
They are successfully doing this strategy very well. Actually, getting the second tier turret as soon as possible. While 4K in the bottom lane, soloing dito, getting his farm, getting his CS against the Maki Esports. And here comes the respawn mga kaibigan. 3 champion Waki Esports dito. Enter from the backline, use that dashing in. Boy, Stanley taking a lot of damage. Nag-cook na ang passive from Brom dito. Big Brother diving in for Suez. Suez taking a lot of damage. Stronger. Use that rappel and flashing out as well. JRC chasing down Maki Dreamer dito. He managed to get away. But here comes Trevor to respond. What a play from Wargods dito. Big Brother taking a lot of damage and he will go down. That flash in with the red buff coming from Suez. 2-for-1 exchange in top lane.
Yeah, and a huge gold advantage for Wargods. Reportanity almost catching Ender. Nice wind wall from Ender. Really quick reaction there.
Just in time, he used that wind wall dito. And not to mention, meron ding shield itong si Yasuo kapag yung passive skill niya. Kapag nagkaroon siya ng enough na steps running, kakaroon siya ng passive dito na possible niyang manal ng isang skill or isang normal hit from his opponent.
And this is probably the most critical point for Wargods. Let's see how they convert this early gold lead into an even bigger gold lead. Right now, I expect them probably to group down in the bottom lane and try to push the tower. They do have a huge advantage now that Mundo or Big Brother will try to defend the top lane from the large or the minion waves coming from the base of Wargods.
Sanity against Maki. JK in the jungle. He managed to get away, but that Dark Binding at least did this job to give enough damage dito.
And Trevor doing a really good job so far in the mid lane, really giving Maki Ender on this a really hard time, as you can see here. Another ward being placed down by Brom there onto that bush there with they have a pink ward there. And Ender,
I think, alam mo, dapat ang ginawa siguro ng Maki Esports kanina, hinayaan na lang nilang makuha yung second third turret dito and go for the dragon instead. Pero eto na mga kaibigan, team members of Wargods in the bottom lane, trying their best to get the life of at least one champion dito. Maki D managed to get away with his jump. However, Team Wargods, it's about time to get the first dragon of the game. Wow, objective-wise, they are leading against the Maki Esports.
Yeah, a really good rotation coming from Wargods. Smart play so far. Let's see if they continue to keep this up, giving them a nice, comfortable 2.7k gold lead over Maki. Now, all 4 members of Wargods are rotating the bottom.
A red buff mga kaibigan from Suez dito. Dreamer taking a lot of damage, but I think nag-miss yung cocoon from Stronger kanina. I think oh no, hindi pa niya nagagamit pala yung kanyang cocoon. It's mas Stronger against Ender na mid lane dito. Without his mana, he can't go against Yasuo.
That's right. So it looks like 4 men will be pushing. Wargad will be pushing the tower.
4-man push mga kaibigan for the
Wow,
bottom lane.
very strong game coming from Wargad so far. This is gonna be the third of the game for Wargad if they can take it down. It doesn't look like anybody from Maki is gonna be able to respond to this. I feel like they are a little bit disrupted from what the strategy of Wargad is. Very unexpected probably from them. They do have a very nice composition, of course, with the Dr. Mundo. I mean, sorry, with the J4, Yasu, and Rob combo. So they're probably gonna try to draw this game longer and try to pick up, get into the team fights. But with what Wargad is currently doing, they are definitely doing a really good job of rotating or improving their style from previous games.
And as you can see, 2-1 score, 3k gold difference at this point of time. Wargad still focusing sa kanilang objective of clearing the first tier turrets of the game. If ever na makuha nila yung ganitong first tier turret in the mid lane, like lagi natin sinasabi dito, ang maganda kasi kapag nakuha nyo kagad yung mid turrets, mid outer turrets is you have more vision control. But as you can see, Maki Esports is deciding to push the first tier turrets as well. Trevor have enough mana to at least give enough hook damage to go against the Maki Esports dito.
Yeah, Big Brother actually all alone in the top lane. He's been able to farm quite well so far. He does have 26 CS right now. Jakin waiting on the side there. He does have a pink ward, so he knows that Wargads have no idea where he is located right now. JLC will go to the top lane and defend this. He has to be careful. If he gets ganked by another member of Maki Esports, he will definitely go down.
Though ang naging problema lang siguro dito for team of Wargads, as you can see, 40 CS over 60 CS for D or the AD carry of team Maki Esports dito. Trevor have to recall back home to restock his items. Medyo kanina pa yung Doran's ring niya. And at this point of time, 2-1 ang ating score, 9-minute mark. Maki Esports have to react fast enough to go against the team of Wargads dito. As you can see, napakalaki na ng win wall nitong si Yasuo. So,
actually, the win wall
good decision.
is actually doing a really good job for Maki Esports here, blocking almost every damage, all the damage coming from Wargads. The only champion who would probably be doing any damage to that win wall, of course, would be the Trundle, who does physical damage. Everybody else is a ranged champion on the side of Wargads.
2-1 score at this point of time. Yet again, CS advantage for JLC dito to go against the Maki Esports. Big Brother, actually, though sumasama siya lagi sa kanilang 4-man push dito, meron pa siyang advantage. Mga kaibigan, Ender versus Trevor, still have his wild growth dito to go against Ender, but here comes the wind wall. Boy starting from the backline, responding here to help his comrade dito. JLC used that teleport, a flash out mga kaibigan, but Stronger used that rapid, chasing down Ender. Ender goes down. They're chasing down Dreamer and D as well. But here comes the Dark Biting mga kaibigan. Cocoon connected very well. Wow, what a play from Wargads. Unfortunately, with
Those
that
cocoons.
flash out, D managed to get away.
Yeah, did you see the first cocoon of Stronger predicting where Ender would go and caught him just at the tail of that cocoon? And another one, Stronger in a little bit of trouble
Stronger
here.
going against JK dito 1v1, both a champion. Actually, yung isang champion, itong si Stronger got his red buff, while Jarvan got his blue buff. But since nakuha nitong blue buff from Jarvan,
Wow.
good rotation coming from Team Wargads dito. What an exchange. 5-1 score at this point of time and 5k gold difference. It is in favor of Wargads.
That's right. So right now we're looking at Big Brother. He's not doing so bad for himself actually. He does have 36 CS here in the top lane. Dr. Mundo can be a very late game monster, and it's probably what Maki Esports is thinking right now to get Big Brother as fast as possible to tank most of the damage coming from Wargads. Of course, a lot of the damage coming from Wargads is a mix of physical and magic, so he will be required to build an even amount of defensive items to negate the damage coming from Wargods.
Wargods have to decide as soon as possible whether they will get the first turret in the mid lane agad or hahayaan nilang tong mid turret na to kasi medyo nagkakaroon ng chance tong si Big Brother na makapag-farm na top lane since wala na siyang second tier turret and first tier turret dito. And with the first tier turret in the mid lane, Wargods can't gank the top lane dito or can't control the top lane kasi nga meron pang first tier turret dito, so nagabang pa ito, nagbabantay pa sa kanila. And here comes Team Wargods, sorry, to push the first tier turret. Very good job.
Yeah, if ever Wargods does win this game, this will definitely be a huge boost to their confidence. So this is something that they do kind of need also very desperately. The dragon, I think, is up.
Dragon is up.
This will be the second dragon of the game for Wargods if they do pick it up. Really perfect rotation coming from Wargods so far. They do have a nice, comfortable 5.5k gold lead over Maki Esports due to the dragon. Although Maki Esports isn't doing so bad even though they're behind in kills.
Huge advantage coming from Wargods at this point of time. Early part of the game, 12-minute mark. They got the second dragon of the game. That can surely give them enough damage, enough advantage dito to go against the Maki Esports. Whether they will lose the laning phase or they will push here in the mid lane.
Yeah, and looking at what's happening right now, Maki is really aiming at the late game. Look at Corki, he's farming like crazy right now. He already has 91 CS over Lucian. Of course, Lucian does have 3 kills, that does even out their gold more or less here, but as long as Wargods is apply much pressure in the map, they could
Maki
probably
Esports from the backline, mga kaibigan. Dreamer and JK dito. JK can't go in. Actually, here comes the Dragon Strike, the much standard combo. Cataclysm as well. Here comes the S, mga kaibigan. Ginamit na niya dito. But here comes the support coming from the members of Wargods. They have to use a rappel to disengage dito. D is still giving so much damage against his opponent, but I think this is very bad for Wargods. But Suez managed to take the life of Yasuo dito. However, medyo nagkaroon sila ng konting sloppy moves nung time na yun. Kasi Suez sobrang sikip dito eh. It's not in favor of them.
Definitely, especially with Brom's AoE ultimate being quite wide, he definitely was able to knock out multiple members of Wargods. Poisanti not landing his combo there. And Wargods a little bit low in HP right now, even Maki Esports, so it's going to be a very dangerous if they decide to dive this. I think they may opt to go and try to heal back, go back to base and heal up, because here Poisanity does spot a pink ward and will clear it out with the help of Jails.
Maganda yung ganitong klase ng playstyle. You have the advantage in the early part of the game and you have to be very aggressive. Kasi kung di ka aggressive dito, walang kwenta yung pagiging walang kwenta yung advantage nyo sa early game. Kasi nga, yes, you are gaining the CS here. You have enough item for your champion, tapos hindi mo naman yini-utilize ng maayos.
Yeah, I did notice there is an increase of viewers right now, so for those just tuning in right now, this is a game between Maki Esports and Wargods. Maki Esports getting 2 players banned from their team, having their team owner join them as Big Brother is their team owner, is subbing for the players who got banned out from the tournament. Now they will be able to add another player after the group stage if they can make it past the group stages. So until then, they're gonna have to have maybe a slight handicap. We'll have to see if Big Brother is not yet up to par. Maybe he's good, but not enough for this kind of level. But as long as they can play smart, they should be able to get to the group stages.
Kailangan nilang gawan ng paraan yung Maki Esports have to do something sa ginagawang performance ngayon ng Wargods. As you can see, with the first turret in the mid lane gone for Maki Esports.
Yes,
medyo nagkakaroon sila ng malaking vision control dito, map control for team of Wargods. Here comes their binding, ginamit ang kanyang ultimate skill. Medyo tumulak natulak dito si JK. Ginamit niya yung kanyang Dimash Standard Dragon Strike combo to disengage. JLC have to teleport to the top lane to defend against Yasuo. Ender, meanwhile, have to go back away. Trundle, JLC managed to get his own Randuin's Omen dito. Nanganib ang buhay ng second tier turret here in the mid lane. So Maki D still dishing out so much damage with that ultimate skill. And Wargods have to go back dito sa nangyayaring performance na ginagawa ng Maki Esports. Though, itong magandang pang counter din for the body system or an early push lineup dito. Stick together. At least,
Maki enter.
kung meron kayong 4 na members to defend the turrets, at least you can win the upcoming team fights.
That's right. So Margod's deciding not to continue to push in the bottom lane. They are rotating. I'm not sure where Lucian's going. He's gonna go back down to the bottom lane, trying to push there. He has to be a little bit careful there since there is a Yasuo there. JLC clearing out the wards in the jungle. Dreamer does see him and decides to put down, probably gonna place down another ward that location there. And Zeus will be down in the bottom lane, will probably farm the double golem before defending that third against Yasuo in the bottom lane.
6 to score. 6,000 gold difference to be specific in favor of Team Wargods. Unti-unting lumalaki yung gold difference na to. Though, Ender successfully got the first tier turret in the bottom lane. And as you can see, Ender's trying to at least push yung mga turrets dito. No? Doing a straight push. And West, mga kaibigan, Ender very aggressive. And Wargas decided to push the second tier turret here in the mid lane, but Maki is from the backline. Here comes JK, rappel from Wargas, stronger dito. Ginamit na ngayon itong si from ang kanyang ultimate, but JLC focusing more turret dito. He managed to get away. I mean, he got the life of the turret here in the mid lane. Big Brother will go down. That damage output from stronger. Maki, JK will go down as well. But it's a good trade for team of Wargas. 1-4-2. But with Ender from the backline, it's a 2-4-2 in total. Though they got the second tier turret dito, 2 champion from Wargods goes down.
And Poisanity is trying to escape being hunted down by Ender here. Ender does not spot him. I think he will make it out of there before Ender will spot him. So yes, Poisanity does escape that.
Ooh, I
First dragon of the game
first
for
dragon
Maki
of the
Esports,
game.
if they can get it. I don't think Wargods can get there in time to stop this, so this would be a nice...
Tingnan wala silang smite dito so there's a high possibility that the Swiss can use his calling, but no! Sorry for Swiss. Medyo may windfall doon. Though nasa cooldown pa pala yung kanyang calling, so I don't think na he can steal that dragon with that W alone. So 8-4 ang ating score. The ating goal difference ay lumiit ng around 5,000 lamang ngayon. Ooh, it connected.
It had connected, but you did bring that dark binding to him back to the base.
It's about time to get the second third turret here in the bottom lane for
Yeah.
Wargas dito. So they are pushing talaga all the lanes of Maki Esports, and this is giving so much pressure for Maki Esports. Hindi talaga nila alam makagawa ng hindi talaga sila makagawa ng magandang strategy to go against Wargas dito, and ang possible lang nila talaga maging strategy dito ay depende yung kanilang mga turrets, mga kaibigan. Sobrang aggressive GFC dito. Poisanity diving into West, taking a lot of damage. Big Brother, he have to use his ultimate skill, but he will go down. That rappel from Stronger dito, and first kill as well. They take the life of Dreamer. Dreamer trying to run back away. Here comes the Wild Growth. JK used his Cataclysm, but no follow-up skills coming from the team members of Maki Esports. Poisanity diving in. 3 champions got binded. What a play for Poisanity. 4 champion of Team Maki Esports goes down. That is a very good play for Poisanity dito, using that flash in, a dark binding as well. And syempre, yung kanyang soul shackles. And it's about time to get the third tier turret as well.
Alright, so Wargas doing a really good job so far here. Nice response also coming from Maki Esports, but it just wasn't enough. Wargas does have a nice comfortable lead right now. They do have picked up even more gold since they were able to pick up a few more kills over Maki Esports.
JLC decided to defend the top lane using his teleport, so more CS for him, more time for him to stock his item.
That's right, and actually I'd just like to point out that JLC did not go for the Blade of the Ruin King this game just yet. He did rush a Rajun's Omen to be the main tank for Wargod. Alright, so it's now 12-5 right now in favor of Wargods here. Wargods does have a nice gold lead here of about 9k here, or almost about 8.5k here. And they're spotting out a ward behind the Baron pit. Poisanity trying to break the shield of Yasuo there with the pit. And Wargods Treboy will decide to go back to base, probably to pick up a few items. Ward will be spotted by Maki Esports here. Poisanity has to be a little bit careful, he could get trapped here. Another ward being spotted by both teams here.
Alam mo, iba talaga yung playstyle ni Poisanity eh. It's more on an aggressive support. This champion really fits him very well. This Morgana. Sobrang, as you can see yung kanyang soul shackle kanina. 3 champion yun ang huli.
Yeah.
Yun nga lang, dalawa lang yung talagang natamaan dito.
And
Still very effective and gave them enough advantage to win the team fight kanina.
yeah, and a while ago I did notice somebody asking what elo boosting is. The reason why the players in Maxi Sports did get banned for elo boosting. Elo boosting is when a professional player or any player for that matter plays on another player's account with the intention of increasing.
Here comes the trophy mga kaibigan from JRC dito. I don't think Maki Ender can go away against 3 champion of Team Wargas dito. Here comes the support. Ang
look at
laki!
that.
Ang laki ng
Scary.
spell shield. And the wild growth as well. But Maki Dreamer taking a lot of damage against 4 champion of Team Wargas dito. Tuloy-tuloy na yata ang Team Wargas. Here comes the connected to D. But they have to use his W to get away against 4 champion of Team Wargas dito. Meanwhile, Team Wargas will go for the bottom.
Yeah, the inhibitor's open. They can actually just go straight towards it. And since Yasuo is still down, they could rush it, but they decide not to. They're waiting for the minions. War God Trevor will clear out the pink ward here near the Wraith camp in the bush. And let's see where he'll go next. Looks like Stronger will go back to base, and Zeus will pick up the large Wraith here in the camp.
Almost 11k goal difference. It's point of time for Team Wargas dito. And alam mo, itong isa sa downfall ng pagkuha kagad ng mga outer turrets throughout the game. It's very hard for your team to secure your objective of at least getting the third tier turret or the inhibitor. Kasi, ayun nga, though makapitas kayo ng champion, makakuha kayo ng isang champion dito, mabilis mag-respawn yung inyong kalaban. So they can surely defend the inhibitor kagad once na mag-respawn sila. So at least, at this point of time, Wargads have to siguro dapat nila talagang i-stick ng mabuti yung kanilang objective dito. Or at least, kahit ganito yung nangyayari, magbigay pa rin sila ng pressure against Maki Esports. That way, they can do anything but to defend na lang instead of farming any other lanes dito.
Yes, Wargad's Trevor right now picking up the blue buff for himself. We see here pinks coming out from both teams. Wargad signaling for the Baron attempt. Stronger has to be a little bit careful here. He is spotted by Big Brother here. Big Brother chasing down Stronger. Stronger going one-on-one with Big Brother. Looks like Maki Ender will be there.
He is baiting Big Brother dito. And here comes West from the backline. But 3 members from Team Maki Esports dito mga kaibigan ay nagre-respond din na. Meanwhile, JK naging JLC and Trevor dito. JK taking a lot of damage. He will go down. Cataclysm as impact ang ginamit ang spell shield. Nag-miss ang Dark Binding. Very unfortunate for his champion dito. So, Big Brother managed to shut down Stronger. Maki D got caught with that Soul Shackle. Very good job for JLC and Poisanity as well. I think it's about time to get the inhibitor.
Yeah, definitely. They do have a nice advantage here. 3 members of Maki Esports are down. There's only the support and the tank to defend, so they won't be able to really pick up any kills here against
Fast
the
inhibitor and that trophy from JLC dito. 17-6 at this point of time at ang ating goal difference 12,000 in favor of Team Wargads pa rin. This is very interesting for Team Wargads. They will get the dragon now. Third, the dragon of the game. Actually, I mean fourth, the dragon of the game.
Yeah, this will be the third for Wargas, and a while ago Maki did pick up 1 dragon, but we did see Maki Ender use that wind wall to protect it from being stolen by the AD carry of Wargas soon. And yes, third dragon for Wargas.
Good job for
And
Wargads.
again, another ping coming from no, this time around Maki Esports are pinging for the Baron. They
Alam mo,
probably will try to clear out the ward there, and maybe even bait Wargas to try to take it.
Actually, at this point of time, Poisanity is not only giving so much contribution sa mga nangyari teamfight kanina, but also controlling the whole map of the game. Siya yung naglalagay, siya nagde-ward lagi, nagbibigay ng wards. Even after ma-ward kagad dito ni Dreamer yung kanilang pushes, sunulat yung kanyang pag-replace ng ward dito just to make sure na meron silang enough vision for themselves. Though Maki Esports with this vision alone, they still have the advantage here. Kahit pa paano,
They're able to keep up in vision.
yes,
in the vision
actually,
control.
nasabayan nila ng vision eh.
So this is actually a really good discipline, as you can see. The Taiwanese team have taken Lucio from Wargod Stronger, does pick it up for himself with the smite.
Now that they took the inhibitor in the bottom lane, they have to get the mid tier turret as well. I mean the third tier turret here in the mid lane as well. So at least hindi naman masayang yung mga super minions in the bottom lane dito.
Yeah, and it looks like Big Brother will go to the bottom lane to defend. The super minions falling in. Looks like War Gods will try to push the mid lane. You can see Morgana and Lucian are grouping up with the rest of the team here in the mid lane. They may even try to go for the top lane here. Looks like Thunder will try to split push here. A ward being cleared out by Maxwell once again. Let's see how this plays out. Any second now, I feel like a big fight may happen here. And let's see. There's a lot of wards actually right outside the Baron pit. That's a smart move coming from Maki Esports. Instead of putting the wards inside the Baron pit, they put it all around.
Being very aggressive to go against Poisanity dito. Managed to get away. In terms of supporting skills, possible na maging immortal ang kung sinong member man ng Wargas dito ang mag-initiate since they have the spell shield from Stronger, they have the wild growth from Trevor, and yung kanyang health picks dito could give shield, not only the physical damage but also syempre yung
and War Gods finally deciding to go for the Baron. Now this is trading, and although there's no wards in the Baron pit, they do know that they are there with those wards outside there. The ward has been placed down and the game has suddenly been paused. Let's see what will happen here. This is very exciting. A nice actually dark binding coming from Morgana, landing at the tip on J Kane here, slowing them down from entering the Baron pit. It looks like the AD carry of Wargods did get disconnected.
I think Wargods can surely get the Baron of this game, first Baron actually. But still, Maki, J Kane still, I think susubukan niyang ma-steal to. Have his flash and the smite as well. In terms of leveling, actually pareho sila level 13, so in terms of the damage output from their smite, 760 pareho sila. So it's all about kung sino talaga ang mas praktisado pagdating sa kanilang smiting skills dito.
Well, I don't have any doubt for Wargods Stronger. Stronger has been a very consistent smiter.
Actually, yun yung highlight niya eh.
Yeah. He smited a lot of dragons and barons previously. Of course, there was one time that he did get outsmited, but other than that, most other times he does very well on smiting.
Yes. At this point of time, medyo scattered ang members of Maki Esports so far. As you can see, Maki Ender still in the mid lane dito. I think he is clearing the wave, but eto na, nag-resume na ang ating game. It's about time to see what might happen, mga kaibigan. Poisanity still stopping the members of Team Maki Esports dito. Here comes the initiation. Jarvan managed to stall that Baron. Stronger with that wild growth ginamit ng mga kaibigan ni Ender. Ang kanyang Steel Tempest dito. JLC is unstoppable na. He managed to get the life of one champion dito. Corky goes down. J Kane going against Stronger dito. Maki Ender goes down. Suez, very good job dominating Maki Ender. And Big Brother left behind. Cocoon connected very well. Stronger for double kill. A flash in the rappel as well. Hindi niya yata nakita ang champion dito.
Going straight for the base actually. He teleported now and with the super minions pushing the towers. Looks like he's gonna end the game. This is actually a pretty good move.
Si JLC, mga kaibigan. Talagang
tatapusin na talaga.
Tatapusin na niya ang laban na ito. He can surely end this game with the help of that super minion. He can ignore Dreamer as well. But just to be sure, Wargods is focusing more sa pagkuha muna ng outer turret here, the top lane, and the inhibitor as well. So they can surely push. But the inhibitor respawned.
Yeah, and this time Wargods was disconnected again. This is the second time. Looks like he might be having some connection problems here. So let's just wait for the game to resume. Hopefully Wargods Zeus can reconnect back into the game.
Alam mo, mahirap na makahabol dito. To be honest, this game was pretty sure that this is for Wargods na. Mahirapan ka talaga makahabol sa ganito kalaking gold difference. I think around 16,000 gold difference to ngayon. And Maki Esports, though they're trying their best to at least stop the member of Wargods to push kaagad, they just can't. Actually, They got the 2 outer turrets dito sa base nila. Mid lane na lang ang natitira. Meanwhile, the super minion in the bottom lane still pushing the inhibitor dito. So if they decided to defend the top lane instead of defending the bottom lane dito, that super minion can surely kill, get the inhibitor dito, and lalong advantage din naman for War Gods. But as you can see, I think nahihirapan si Big Brother to go against the War Gods ngayon. Hindi siya nakakapag-transition na maayos.
But to be quite honest, actually, Big Brother didn't do so bad. Actually, if you look at the scores right now, it's actually J. Kane who's struggling in terms of score here. He's only had 4 assists and had no kills yet. Partly, this is probably partly because, like you said, although Big Brother was farming in the top lane, medyo napugo si Jarvan dito sa jungle.
Well, ito ang pinakamahirap when you have a champion like Jarvan. Kasi si Jarvan, alam natin lahat na pang dive in yan eh. Talagang pangpasok mo siya ng pangpasok. So, whether he will survive or not, depende na sa kanya yun. Ngayon, kung hindi siya mag-survive, very unfortunate for your team kasi you can't win the team fight if you will go down agad once magawa mo yung combo mo dito. Pero at least before dying, you have to make sure na makapag-contribute ka na maayos or enough damage output to surely kill a champion dito. Jarvan is a champion na sobrang effective dati. But since yung mga recent nerfs niya, talagang ngayon nakikita natin na nakadepende na talaga sa playstyle ng isang Jarvan user dito kung paano siya mag-succeed sa kanyang objective.
Alright, so the game is still paused. It doesn't look like Zeus has been able to reconnect into the game. Looking at the stats right now here, Wargot's stronger is probably might go down if he's not careful after the game resumes here. All the members of Maki Esports are alive and quite healthy. Big Brother is just 2 seconds away from respawning. He hasn't actually haven't upgraded his shoes into level 2 yet. It looks like he will be going for a Mercury Trench very soon.
And not to mention Jay, so you can see Poise Sanity with 1-0-16 score. Can you imagine that support role? Being very aggressive without dying as well.
Yeah, he's basically present on about 75% more or less of the kills so far.
And even Lucian having 607 score. And take note, hindi siya kumuha ng kanyang Trinity Force. Focus siya ng sobra sa pagkuha ng kanyang Phantom Dancer. So, most likely, malaki yung advantage niya against sa Corki dito. So, 207, 215 score sa kanilang CS.
Yeah, actually, the CS of Maki Esports are really good here. You can see here that Big Brother has 105, Jarvan has 134, Yasu has about 192, Corki 215, and even Braum has picked up about 37 here. This is probably mainly due to the strong push coming from Wargods, and since there are large waves of minions always coming in, this allows Maki Esports to pick up the minion wave pretty well.
And ang maganda pa dito for Wargods, as you can see, halos lahat ng member nila ang naka Greater Lens dito, or Sweeping Lens. And Poise Sanity upgrading his Sweeping Lens to Greater Lens. More on parang Oracle's Elixir to ng around 10 seconds yata kung di ako nagkakamali, or 5. So malaking advantage for them sa kanilang pag-vision control dito. So as you can see, ito yung vision na meron tayo for Maki Esports. Medyo, ayun nga lang, pang secure ng Baron. While ito ang vision ng Wargods. Bayad na bayad sa Meralco, maliwanag ang kanilang buhay dito. I wonder what happened to Swiss. Siya yung na-disconnect eh.
That's right.
Hopefully makareconnect. Sana siya kagad. Dahil they can surely win this game against Maki Esports. Kailangan lang, hindi lang dapat sila ma-choke ha. But as you can see, those item alone for Trevor dito, Frozen Heart, yes, taga-reconnect na si Suez. Back to my discussion. Frozen Heart for Wargods, the stronger. The Spirit of the Ancient Golem as well, with his hunting guys and the Sorcerer's Shoes. As you can see, etong dalawang item lang na to, yung pang contribute sa kanyang AP damage. Surely, he is a very tanky champion. Since meron siyang Golem, Spirit of the Ancient Golem, and Frozen Heart as well. At ang maganda pa kay Ares dito, kasi hindi niya kailangan sobrang mag-focus sa AP items. Kasi yung kanyang skills dito, ay nakafocus sa HP percentage ng iyong kalaban.
That's right.
So, pinakamahihirapan talaga dito ay si Dr. Mundo kung saan malaki ang HP dito. Wargads have to go back away but West na iwan mga kaibigan. Sobrang nababagala siya dito. Let's just go. Galing for Maki Dreamer. They have to go back away and restock their items. Sa wakas nag-resume ng ating game. I think kapag bumalik ang team ng Wargads dito, that is going to be the deciding clash of the game. However, some of the members of Team Maki Esports dito ay merong kanilang mga Baron buff.
Actually, it's just Brom.
Oh yes, si Brom nga lang. And that is very unfortunate for the team, to be honest. Kasi what a Brom can do in a team fight, well, knock up those enemies and give a shield.
Alright, so Wargads will clear their jungle camp possibly for the last time before ending the game. We see Trevor picking up the blue buff for himself. He does need that since he didn't pick up Athena's Holy Grail for this particular game. He decided to go for Necrocon to stop Dr. Mundo from healing very well.
Yes mga kaibigan, bago ang lahat, since habang ongoing pa ang game natin, iniimbitahan ko kayo manood bukas ng ating Pro Gaming Series, start ng ating summer season, at meron tayong watch-in win tomorrow. So mag-stay tuned lang kayo, manood lang kayo ng ating laban, makikita nyo meron tayong code na ilalabas sa ating screen para makita natin for our summoners, and bibigay ito ng bonus, ng in-game item for your account dito for League of Legends. So tomorrow yan, 5 PM, mag-start. Same ating Twitch channel, twitch.tv/GarinaPH Esports. And bukas rin malalaman kung sino-sino yung mga player natin or mga teams natin for the Pro Gaming Series.
Maki Esports are in a lot of trouble here. There's a huge minion wave in the top.
Ito na mga kaibigan na deciding na sinasabi ko, JLC ginamit ang kanyang trophy dito in the mid lane. Here comes the windfall.
Yeah, and now the super minions are at the Nexus. Looks like Maki Esports will have to back away here.
Ooh, that super minion mga kaibigan, trabaho lang walang personalan. Dinaan na lamang sa minion ang laban na ito. Habang itong team ng Wargads still going for Dreamer. Dreamer taking a lot of damage. He has this ultimate skill. Trevor taking a lot of damage as well. And yes, it's a double kill for his champion. Maki Esports go down here. 4 member of Team Maki Esports goes down while Jarvan trying to run for his life. Pero nandito si Trevor.
Patawad.
Get an ace. And to end this game, congratulations Wargads getting their first win of Garena Premier League 2014 summer season.
I have to say though, even though Maki Esports lost this game due to the sudden change of players, Big Brother joining in, they actually did pretty well. Even though they were so behind in towers, their gold wasn't really that far behind until the much later part of the game. And even at that, they were pumapalag sila sa mga team fights eh.
And actually with those champion picks, they have the 3 knock-up skills dito. They have Jarvan, they have Brom, that is his ultimate skill for Yasuo to secure yung kanyang last breath dito. I think ang naging problema for Maki Esports dito ay hindi enough yung damage output coming from Ender to at least magbigay ng damage doon kapag ginamit yung kanyang last breath. And one thing is because the aggressiveness na meron ang team ng Wargads dito.
Yeah, basically Wargads had the game planned out all throughout. They had their strategy well thought of all the way from the start to the end, and they were able to rotate all the way, all around the map the way they wanted, and they had the game go their way. Basically, it handed them the silver pattern because Maki Esports did not respond the way they should have against Wargads strategy.
Mahirap eh. Especially, lalo na to, nawala yung dalawang player nila. They are adjusting sa mga bago nilang members ulit. And actually, with the Maki Esports, ang naging pinakamahirap sa kanila, and is like what you've said, kung paano nila re-respondihan yung ganung klaseng performance na nanggaling from Wargads. With that super body system, the top lane, rekta sa second tier turret, usually ang ginagawa ng mga body system ngayon, first tier turret lang, and then recall back home, switch to bottom lane, switch to mid lane, and rekta sila dito.
And MVP for Wargads, I'd say, is Poise Sanity.
Yes,
1020.
of course, Poise
Outstanding performance here. Doing a good job of vision wards, landing those dark bindings and that fell shield as well, giving their team an advantage in almost all the team fights and letting them win the game. Their first victory, actually Poise Sanity is the team captain for Wargads since their inception. So good
Yes.
congratulations
So, ito
to
na.
War Gods.
Congratulations, Wargods, once again winning the game against Maki Esports. Hopefully magtuloy-tuloy to. See what might happen sa mga future matches ng Team Wargods dito. Again mga kaibigan, you're watching the Garena Premier League 2014 Summer Season. So bukas ulit, iniimbitahan ko lahat ng mga summoners na manood ng Pro Gaming Series 2014 Summer Season din. Doon natin makikita first 4 matches. Oh, unfortunately, wala tayong schedule dito na nakahanda. But just visit Pro Gaming Series, I think esports.garena.com/pgs. Nandun lahat ng information.
And there's also a few more things I'd like to bring out. Of course, we have Rampage 2014 coming very soon. Tickets are still available in our office Monday till Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. There is a lunch break between 1 to 2:30 p.m. So there won't be any ticket selling between those times.
And,
There's also we've already activated an online selling. Just go to our website for information and details on how to do that.
lol.viril.ph/Rampage2014. Andyan lahat ng information sa makakabili ng ticket at kung ano yung meron sa events natin for the Rampage 2014. Again, bukas mga kaibigan, sa lahat ng di nakakaalam, meron tayong Watch and Win. Watch and Win. Siyempre, from the name itself, kung manood lang kayo, mananalo na kayo ng inyong codes. Siyempre, unahan lang to. Magpa-pop up ang ating mga codes sa ating screen. So bago ang lahat, just visit as well ang ating Facebook fan page for more information. facebook.com/progamingseries. Tuloy-tuloy lang yan, walang space, walang dot. Diyan nyo lang malalaman lahat ng information about the Watch and Win tomorrow.
That's right. So that's basically it for tonight. Thank you again for watching the GPL so far.
Yes, mga kaibigan, maraming salamat ulit. Thank you very much. Congratulations once again for War Gods winning the first game for the GPL 2014. Again mga kaibigan, you're watching Garena Premier League 2014 Summer Season. I am DJ Spear.
I'm Jay.
Kita tayo ulit tomorrow, 5 PM, ang start ng ating game for the Pro Gaming Series. Kita tayo tomorrow.